Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy French Gator here. Today we got ourselves another record review. And today's record that we're going to be looking at is no other than Sewerslvt presents Cynthoni Part 1. Alright, so I have not heard of this artist, Cynthoni. They haven't had anything made before this besides their other name, Sewerslvt, which covers other stuff from 2017 to 2021. I've heard a few tracks from We Had Good Times Together, don't forget that. And it was fun. I listened to a few tracks. I haven't listened to the entire record. It is what you would expect from a fun drum and bass music. Okay? So, moving on to this record was made in May 9th, 2024. Total of 6 tracks and is 20 minutes long. I was hoping to hear some electrifying stuff from this genre. This is one of my favorite genres of music, drum and bass. I love drums in music, so I was just amped to hear what could they innovate, how fun could it be, how interesting can it be. And after listening to this debut EP under this name, I feel like this EP could have had a lot more potential. So a few of the tracks were good, okay, but a couple of the other tracks, they just started to lose their touch or lose their value in a sense. First track was, it was too long. This was honestly a very dull intro. I really didn't get much out of it. I feel like if this was just gone or just cut shorter, I feel like it would have been acceptable, but it dragged for 3 minutes. It was just a long ambiance. But moving on to the second track, Death of the Endless. This was fun. Track 2 and track 3 are fun, and they do a good job at electrifying the drum and bass. However, moving on to track 4 and 5, I feel like it just started to lose its touch. I feel like nothing more was coming out of this EP. And whenever it comes down to an EP, there's like less songs to score off of. So each song has to be pretty good in a unique way. That you can't just have filler or interlude songs like you do in a full LP. So I was expecting, hit after hit after hit. And I sort of did, in a way, get that. But I just feel like it just played it a little bit too safe, in my opinion. I believe if they would have incorporated some form of different elements into these songs, not into all of them, just like a couple of tracks, this could potentially be a very good debut EP. However, as I mentioned before, production was okay at best. I'll go ahead and play a few tracks for you to understand what I'm trying to say and hear what I'm trying to explain, and so y'all can get the message of what I'm feeling. Yeah, I feel like this part just could have been cut down to 1 minute or something, or 1 minute and 30 seconds. 3 minutes is pretty long. So, as much as I did enjoy a couple of those tracks, I just feel like this would serve more of a purpose of being background music. And it reminds me a lot of the Forza Horizon 4 soundtrack, where fills the it just fills the room while you're racing. Like whenever I definitely feel like this is very suitable in a racing game, just to be played in the back, not like intended to be played sitting down in a room wearing headphones and just focusing entirely on the music like a psychopath, like what I'm doing right now. I feel like this is just made to, yeah, just fill the void that is whatever you are doing, and it does a good job in that. Like, I will give it, I will give credit where credit is due. That's one thing it has going for. But comparing it to Forza Horizon 4 soundtrack, or like trying to make a good gameplay, not trying to make good composition within the game. Let me see if I can find the song that I'm talking about that sounds a lot like this. Here. Yeah, it sounds a lot like this Auckland Sunrise. And you can tell by this, it just sounds like a nothing burger. Like this Forza Horizon 4 soundtrack. It literally only exists to fill the void. And I feel like this does a step better than Forza Horizon 4 soundtrack. I just feel like this EP could have had a lot more potential by incorporating different elements. A good example of incorporating different elements, there is this one band called Falling with Scissors. In their EP, oh, this is a metal EP, but at the end of track 5, they incorporated drum and bass, and that twisted the entire track, which made it feel different. It made it feel very unique in that form of way, because there was no drum and bass in any of these other tracks besides track 5. That's what gives each track meaning, is if you just incorporate just a little bit different sauce into it. You put a little bit of different elements that make the song stand out a bit more. And I feel like that's what Cynthoni could have done here. Just add a little bit more tang to a couple of the tracks. Make it feel like track 3. Oh, I love it. Just because it sounds more engaging instead of making it like, what's the difference between 2 and 3? Maybe even a metal riff from here and there. Like I would have shocked our stimulants. Because right now, what I'm feeling is that these songs kind of just blend in the same. They just blend in the same track. Um, Literally from Death of the Endless to the third track. I'm not even gonna say the name, but because I don't even know how to say it. I feel like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference if you listen to the middle part of the second track and the third track. You would think that would be the same song with just like a slightly different beat per minute. My favorite tracks are just 2 and 6, just because they just sound unique from one another. And I understand that people will say 6 is their least favorite because of the songs before it. They kind of they slow the momentum down a lot when we finally reach track 6. But track 6 just reminds me more club than anything else. So I give praise to 2 and 6. The rest are just okay. But that being said, I would give this record I'll give it a 6.6 out of 10. I respect them going out for drum and bass music. I love this genre. There's still a lot of room for improvement. Hopefully they can see this and take it as assigned to be a little bit more risky and experimental when they do their next EP or LP. With that being said, let me know y'all's thoughts on this music, on this record. Um, Let me know if y'all enjoy it. Let me know if y'all don't enjoy it. Let me know what they could do better. Let me know certain elements that I missed in this record that definitely need to be pointed out that I have missed. I'd like to hear y'all's comments down below. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this video and hope y'all have a lovely day. Peace.